Hi there Poke fans, I am your humblest Jaws fan and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. Now as you saw over there, all the gym leaders of the region came and backed me up against these sages, and they gave me the opportunity to explore the castle further. Okay, so obviously there's a ninja over here has called out to me and he is now resting, showing me. That's nice of him. He's showing me where I can go to rest whenever I need to. This girl over here looks like Yu-Gi-Oh! And the pink-haired girl looks like some sort of a Mario character. One of the queens. Okay, so the pink-haired girl is the one that is Nurse Joy equivalent. Although Nurse Joy has red hair and this girl has pink hair. I think they tried to make that association for us. Perhaps. I wonder if these guys are going to fight me. Quite obviously I am not interested in that. Let's go up to the next level. That was a nice waterfall over there. How the hell is that waterfall not going right through? Well, how the hell is there a waterfall on both levels? Okay, I don't want to fight those scientists over there, so that's why I avoided them at this moment. There's another guy over there. Max Revive. I might actually need that in the near future. Nice of these guys not to fight me. Granted, I might be missing out on a lot of items that I could be having, but I might also just be dodging some battles over here. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you know whether or not I am actually dodging battles or if I am just missing out on some items. Okay, that's nice of that ninja to explain to me where I am and where I have to go. Okay, as always, feel free to pause the video if you want to read any of the dialogue. That piece over there I went through quite quickly, so I don't even know what it said. I just clicked and it was gone, almost before it appeared. I know that is impossible, but I hope you get what I'm meaning. So that was N's childhood bedroom. There's another item over there. How the hell did I dodge that guy over there? So that's a full restore, so by the way. Is it the fact that these guys are just not interested in fighting me? Or are they giving me items, or will they just be giving me some dialogue? Some kind of background as to the story of the game. If it's background to the story of the game, I'm missing out on a lot actually. But not right now. Getzes is in front of me. Right now I am more interested in getting to the end of this battle over here. So he also has a large spiel that he wants to throw out there, and unfortunately I am a captured audience, so I can't actually get by until he's finished. Luckily he is finished. Part of that is he was also blocking my way, so I couldn't get past, but now I can. Okay, so here we are. This is going to be the semi-final battle. We are now going to face the current champion, but he will not be taking us to the champion's chamber. So he's not a valid champion, in my opinion. As such, we are now going to face off over here, and something amazing is going to happen. Just wait, you'll see. Again, he's going to talk a lot of nonsense, but this fight is going to change his perspective, I think. Or maybe through the course of the game his perspective has already changed. And this is only the final battle over here in which it is going to be confirmed. There we have the never-ending dragon again. These graphics do look awesome, especially for the platform this game appears on. I think we lost something in translation when we went from this to the 3D or the ultimate 3D version, like you get on the what do you call it, this new platform that they are using. Okay, it doesn't matter. So that is a fire dragon. He would have been an awesome candidate for my legendary when I was playing the fire type, but I had already decided to use a different legendary at that time, which was not a legendary but a mythical. But for the purpose of these games, I am putting them in the same category. I don't think there's much or very much difference in power level between a mythical Pokemon and a legendary Pokemon. And as you may have predicted, here this black rock is responding to us. So who is going to be the first to guess who this is going to be? But I already gave the game away in letting you know that it is going to be someone. And spoiler alert, as I throw everything off my desk, this is going to be my legendary Pokemon for the remainder of this game. Luckily, I still have my Master Ball. As it is, I still have to capture him before he will fight for me. And he's going to make it fairly easy, seeing as the other Pokemon on the other side, on inside, is his mortal enemy. That does not mean that this battle will be easy, not by any means. But if you were wondering, I am going to switch out Oricorio for Zekrom. I think his name is Zekrom. Now that those graphics are out of the way, okay, do I have Zekrom or Reshiram? I always get confused between those two. So we have entered into battle with or against Zekrom. Okay, so we are going to have Zekrom on our side. He's on level 50, which is just about base level where I want him to be. Maybe a level or two higher I would have liked, but let's just immediately go to the Pokeballs, get our Master Ball right there and then just toss it, ending this battle as quickly as possible. Granted, I could have used the other Pokeballs and tried to whittle him down and all that, and saved the Master Ball for whoever I can get later on. But I'm not going to play this game for that long. I'm not going to go especially after every single Pokemon. As you see over there, I have switched out Oricorio for Zekrom. And Zekrom is my legendary. And you will now see under the My Pokemon region over at the side there, that is my final and full team, which now includes a legendary, and that legendary will also be my flyer. That makes a few battles a little bit easier because Zekrom has a lot more bulk than Oricorio or Amalga, who was standing in for Oricorio, has or had. Okay, so it's Reshiram versus Zekrom, I suppose. Yep, that's it, that's good, what it's going to be. And he's on level 52. He bloody has 2 levels over Zekrom, so I'll have to be quite careful on how I deal with this. Fusion Bolt looks like a decent attack, but I'm going to go for a Dragon type attack. He went for a Fire type attack, Okay, so that hardly did any damage to either one of us. Okay, let's see what Fusion Bolt does. He goes for a Hyper Beam, which means if I survive, I get to attack twice. Now, I don't know if this Fusion Bolt has any recoil damage. It doesn't look like it. Let's do it again. And I don't need to recharge. But why does it do so little damage? And he bloody goes for a full restore, the bastard. Does anybody know why his Fusion Bolt gets weaker and weaker with each use? So I'll be using a Hyper Potion now, just to heal up as well. And from this point onwards, I'll either be using Dragon type attacks against this Zekrom or Ice types. Although I suspect, since Reshiram is a Fire and Dragon type, that Ice type moves might not be as effective. And I get the full paralysis. That was a bargain, which means Zekrom gets to defeat Reshiram even though Reshiram is 2 levels higher. Vanillux. Fluffy is the best Pokemon to use against Vanillux because of his Fire Punch. I wish I had gotten the Fire Charge attack, but I didn't, so this is what I'm going to do. And I can't even remember what the Fire Charging move, which is the same as a Wild Charge. I don't know what that Fire type attack's name is. Also leave a comment in the comment section below if you know that. I could also have used Brick Break if I had thought about it, because Ice types are weak against Fighting type moves. Makes me wonder, did I actually need a Fire type move? Well, if I'm fighting against Grass types, a Fire type move is probably quite useful. Fire and Bug, of course. And Steel. It is especially... okay, Fighting also works against Steel. Like that. I used the Brick Break over there, I suppose. Now he attacks with a Metal Sound. That makes my special defense drop. I am so happy I decided to give Fluffy the leftovers, because I am now countering the hail at every turn. As the hail does damage, the leftovers repairs the damage. Okay, Fluffy grows to level 53. Another round of being damaged and healing the damage as well. Zoroark is next apparently. Let's go with Jolteon. He has a nice bug type attack that can do wonders, but I suspect that this is not the proper Zoroark. Even so, I'm still going to use Signal Beam and see what happens. That did quite a lot of damage. Maybe it is the proper Zoroark. Well, that went well. Jolteon now grows to level 52. That is a bonus. Caracosta. I can use practically anyone to fight against Caracosta. I think I'm going to go with Lantern. I mean, I have the advantage in the electric type move as well as a water type move, but the electric type move will do much more damage. And I have the bonus that if he does a water type attack, it doesn't do anything against Lantern really. Granted, this Caracosta is sturdy. I didn't expect less. But all it can actually do against me is a rock type attack. which granted could do a lot of damage, but it didn't. So I took out this Caracosta and 2 attacks due to the sturdy. And Lantern grows to level 51. Archeops. Okay, that's a bugger to deal with. All I have left is Stunfisk and Electros. Let's go for Electros. Now Electros also has wild charge, just like Fluffy. And I think if I probably won't outspeed, but that is my best attack to use. And his best attack to use against me is the Stone Edge. Now wild charge does have recoil damage, so I hope it doesn't actually kill Electros. But it does kill Archeops. And it didn't do that much damage that it actually took me out. And my Shell Bell did regain some HP, even though it wasn't all that much. So basically in this battle I didn't need Stunfisk, which is quite a pity. But that being said, let's see what happens next. Now if I was playing the game like I previously played it, this might have been the end of the line where I end the story. But as you see, Getsus comes up and he is disappointed and he is now also going to want to fight me. And I think I will at least be healed up to full. And the Getsus fight is going to be a little bit more difficult. I don't remember if Getsus in this game has his Pokemon on the physical or on the special side of the equation when he built it up. I do remember that, and I'm specifically referring to his Dragon and Dark type, that in one version he has him as a special attacker, which makes him flippin' impossible to beat almost, and on the other version of the game he has him as a physical build, which is the weakest you can have him. But of course he starts with a Cofagrigus, which means that I have to start with a Zekrom or something like that, because if I had started with a Electros, my immunities would be gone, just to put it delicately. Now I'm going to do Zen Headbutt because that is basically psychic and ghost types attacks can deal damage to ghosts. But that doesn't seem to be doing sufficient damage, and he goes and he poisons me because he knows he's going to stall me out, the bugger. Let's see what Fusion Bolt does this time. That hardly did enough damage at all. And I think repeated use of Fusion Bolt makes Fusion Bolt get weaker. Hopefully he doesn't have enough HP left to survive, and he doesn't. And hopefully I don't need to come back to Zekrom because he is way too weak. Okay, Bofalant is next, so Fluffy, you're up. You're one of the only ones that can actually deal with Bofalant. And Brick Break is the attack to use, I think. Well, it's the only fighting type attack I have. And that takes out a little bit more than half of Buffalan's HP. But he comes and he does a bloody lot of damage with that charging attack that he did. It's the same as Hyper Beam, but it's the physical attack. Luckily I had sufficient HP to survive that. And the leftovers is helping me out. Okay, now this is the area where I really need a grass type attack. I don't have one, but this is where I really need a grass type attack. Ice type attack would also work, I think. Let's check it out. Okay, he goes for a Rain Dance. Okay, so now my Surf will do more damage. The Ice Beam didn't do enough damage, but Ice Beam will, or Surf will definitely do a lot more in the rain. Not quite enough to take out the Seismitoad. And at least I am not taken out by the earthquake. Come on, you bloody asshole. I wonder if I can get 2 attacks off. At least the first Surf was sufficient to take him to below half. So let's see if the last one takes him out. At least that does take him out. Hydreigon. Okay, that is who I was trying to refer to previously. Why am I going for a Signal Beam? It doesn't even matter because he outspeeds me and takes me out. Okay, Jolteon, you're next. Now we're going to do a bug type attack again because of Hydreigon's bug weakness. Because he's a dark type. And it does do quite sufficient damage. And I get the advantage of him confusing himself with Dragon Pulse, but he still hits his Dragon Pulse. Okay, hidden power. What kind of hidden power is this? I think it's Ice type hidden power. Well, it didn't take him out. Luckily, he didn't take me out either. I wonder if Thunderbolt would have done better. I think Thunderbolt is a stronger attack than hidden power. But I do get the effect of having an attack that he is weak against. But now that he's bringing out Bishop, and I'm bringing out my Stunfisk finally, and he has Earth Power, to which Bishop ought to be weak. I don't think Bishop is weak to, or very weak to Bug type attacks because of his Steel typing. But his ground weakness is sufficient to take him out. That was quite nice. Okay, he's going to send out Electros. Now Electros, as I was alluding to the whole time, doesn't actually have any or very many weaknesses. So I don't know how to deal with him. I can use my own Electros. And that is probably the best way to deal with him, but I'm going to stay in with Stunfisk at first and try a Sludge Bomb, as you see over there. He attacks me with a Flamethrower or Fire Blast or whatever that is. Now I'm going to try and poison Electros. At least. But he keeps outspeeding me. He's on level 52. I am only on level 50. And I think my Electros is also only on level 50. But that did quite a lot of damage, that Sludge Bomb. This Flamethrower ought to take me out now. And it does. Which means I can switch in my Electros, gain the same immunities as he has, and I think a Crunch or a Crushed Claw or a Dragon's Tail even ought to take him out. But let's go for a Crushed Claw because it's not very often that we get to use an attack like that. He gets the burn, of course, which dramatically lowers my physical attack, and I am so disappointed in that. So I'm going to use a full restore because he's going to do a heal on his side as well. Ah, he didn't. Why does he have to come and fake me out like that? Okay, he goes for a second Flamethrower because he does get a second attack because I healed up. I don't even know if I needed to heal up. But that doesn't matter. I do manage to win this fight. Granted, I used a lot more potions. But I think that is good enough. Obviously, Ghetsis is quite upset at the moment. And there's a lot of dialogue going on which I am not reading. So, once again, feel free to pause the video if you want to read any of that dialogue. Also consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like and sharing it with your friends. And thank you to all of you who have subscribed through this year that has just passed. I have grown my subscription base by at least 8 subscribers, or 9 subscribers. 2 of them was in the last month. And I'm very grateful to you guys for subscribing. Okay, now we have a little heart-to-heart with N over here. Of course, N is going to fly away on his Reshiram because he is a free spirit and he wants to be free of everything. So we are going to let him go. It's not like he himself had very many things that he did wrong against us or wronged us in any way. So he's going to go free and we are going to go back. We are going to have a small interlude, not in terms of load ups or any of that stuff, but a small interlude because of course there's going to be some end of game credits, but it's not the end of the game. Anyway, this is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.